Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I really hope you like what you see, and if you're revisiting, thanks for coming back, girl. I hope you enjoy today's video. I ended up getting the idea for this video because I noticed all of the new skincare products at the drugstore, and a lot of them kind of fit under the same category, and it seems to be all about moisture right now. And to me, in my brain, that kind of just, clicked because with the weather changing and all of that, my skin always freaks out without fail. And I have dry skin anyway as it is, just for reference, so I just had to start picking stuff up, and that kind of turned into a haul, and then it kind of turned into I should just test everything out and let you guys know what I think is the best and what is worth your money. It actually ended up being to where a lot of these things are really great, but there are some misses. So if you guys want to see what I think is definitely worth your change, then just keep on watching. I'm going to kind of go in the order that I would use these in. So like, cleansing to moisturization and everything in between. One of the more recent things that I picked up is actually from Neutrogena, and it is their Hydro Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel. I picked this up about 5 days ago, so I think I have a pretty good grip on it, obviously not in the long run, but I will let you know more and more as I use it along the way. So this says boost hydration for soft and supple skin. I would hope so. Effectively removes makeup and impurities, and the thing that actually made me pick this up is that it has hyaluronic acid in it. Actually, that was very common in these products. That seems to be a new thing in the drugstore. Everything is hyaluronic acid, which I actually love because I think it's about damn time the drugstore got, some of these upgrades in their products. The definition of hyaluronic acid is that it isn't harsh or skin stripping at all. In fact, it is the exact opposite, a powerful humectant, aka moisture binding ingredient that keeps skin plump and hydrated. I just thought you guys should know that because it is such a common theme in these products, but I love it, and I can tell, when a product says that has it in it, if it actually does and it's working or not. And in this, I feel like it is working and that it does do what it says it does. The only thing that I kind of have a gripe with is the claim that's saying it removes makeup. I think that it does a fair job at removing makeup, but girl, I have a beat face, and so I need something that's really going to get in there and remove everything while being gentle, and I think that this kind of left some of the traces of my makeup still on my face. But overall, as a cleansing gel, it felt super refreshing. It did get my skin very clean, not in such a way to where you could like on your skin. I don't know how else to describe it, but it was more of like a healing clean and something that is going to make your skin supple. So I do recommend this. I think this was a big win for the drugstore. I'm not going to know all the prices off of the top of my head, so I'll have it listed right here, but I think this is worth it, girl. Usually the next thing in my routine would be a sheet mask. If I'm going to be using a clay mask or something of that sort, I will use that first and then the sheet mask, but I didn't pick up anything like that because they had so many amazing sheet masks. I'm going to start with the Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm masks. They actually came out with 3 of these masks. The first one being with green tea and hyaluronic acid. This is meant for normal to combination skin. That one comes in the green packaging, and then the one that comes in pink packaging is with chamomile and hyaluronic acid, and this is for dry and sensitive skin. The blue sheet mask is with pomegranate extract and hyaluronic acid, of course, and this one did not have a suggestion for the skin type, which was kind of annoying. One of the reasons that I picked these up specifically was the display at my store said that you get an entire ounce of product, which I feel like is a lot for a sheet mask. In all honesty, I actually really loved all three of these. I'm being completely straight up with you guys. The one that I probably liked the least was the pomegranate one, and I don't really know why. It just, when I ended up taking it off of my skin, I guess it didn't feel as radiant and glowy dewiness behind as the other two did, but still I feel like that's just because I have dry skin, so maybe somebody with a different skin type that isn't as like desert and dry as mine would definitely enjoy this just as much as I enjoy the other two. I think if I had to choose between these two, it would be the green tea one. As you can tell, I couldn't keep my little paws off of that one and it's opened, but I do thoroughly enjoy the chamomile one too. I feel like that one really calms down my skin. I felt like I would like the chamomile one better because it's for dry skin, but this one is also meant to help, you know, diminish pore size and that. And I can tell after using this for a little bit of time that it does help with pore size. So I love that these actually do what they say they're going to do. I feel like you can really trust in the whole Moisture Bomb launch that they just had with Garnier, and I definitely recommend them. I honestly think that they're the best sheet masks at the drugstore that I have found. The other brand of sheet masks that I bought from the drugstore are called So AE, that's the brand name, and they are Nature Collagen Essence Masks. And I got the Lifting Radiance and the Brightening one. The Brightening one is more of a vitamin sheet mask, and then the Lifting and Radiance is just collagen, baby. It's just pure good collagen. The difference between these ones and the Garnier ones that I just showed you is there definitely was not as much product, you could tell. That being said, there usually isn't. I mean, those just have an insane amount of product packed into them. I just feel like that's true. And hopefully not just the display. But these also felt super high-end to me. I don't know what it is, but they just felt very luxurious. And I love brightening sheet masks. They're one of my absolute favorites. I kind of just tend to gravitate towards them, and they kind of just make the skin feel lifted and tightened after you peel them off. I love using them in like the morning after I do my morning routine versus nighttime, because it just helps me get ready for my day and just, makes me feel put together. So I love that there is an option at the drugstore for you to get collagen in your sheet masks. That just not too long ago, that wasn't something that would be possible, and you would have to go to Sephora and pay an arm and a leg for something like this, and these are super affordable. The Lifting and Radiance one is great too. It does leave a nice healthy glow on your skin and just feels super refreshing. I would recommend both of these for more of like a daytime because they're not as heavy, but that's something that I'm looking for, in the morning. I don't want something super goopy, but I do before I go to bed, so I would more use the Garnier ones for that. But overall, I would definitely pick these up. They are so fantastic. I did want to sneak one little thing in here because I haven't talked about it on my channel before, and I haven't really had a skincare type video. This isn't new, but I did really want to mention this because it is amazing, and everybody is always looking for a great spot treatment, and this one you can get at the drugstore. This is from Burt's Bees, and it is the Acne Solutions Spot Treatment. I'm not going to talk about it too much. All I'm going to tell you is that this works. It does smell strongly of herbs because that is, what's combating the acne and the spot treatments. You just unscrew the lid. They do have a ball kind that I actually prefer to this one, but you just, and it gets rid of acne. It works great. There is a tingly feeling, but girl, I can handle some tingles if you're going to get rid of my zits. I picked up 2 different moisturizers, one from L'Oreal and one from Garnier. This also goes along with their Moisture Balm line. They came out with 2 of these. I picked up the daytime one, and it was because I already had so many nighttime creams, and I just really needed some good moisturizers for the daytime, so I guess I'll just start out with this since I'm already talking about it. First of all, this comes with a pump, which I thoroughly enjoy. It just doesn't get all messy, and pumps are so much better. Just all products, just have pumps, please, please. This is super moisturizing for how lightweight it is. Even though I have dry skin, I still thoroughly enjoy this moisturizer, so I feel like it would be perfect for such a range of, you know, skin types. All of these Garnier Skin Moisture Balm products kind of, you know, claim that they have some type of berry in them, except for that chamomile mask. That's kind of strange. But this kind of gives off a really slight, pleasant scent of like some kind of berry, which I really like, especially because it's just while you're applying it, so it's just kind of nice and refreshing. Obviously, I'm super happy with the Garnier Moisture Balm products. I'm sure that the nighttime cream would be amazing too because they did a really great job with these. Next up, the L'Oreal Wrinkle Expert Day/Night Moisturizer, and the reason that these were drawn to my attention was because the display had like a section for every age group, and I thought that was such a great idea, especially for the drugstore. You know, you don't see a lot of stuff like that. It's a lot cookie cutter type products that are just like, oh, we're gonna throw this at you and hope it works, you know. Worked for one person, it will work for everyone. L'Oreal a lot of the times isn't like that. I kind of find that they're more of the high-end version at the drugstore. From makeup to skincare to hair products, I really tend to gravitate towards them because of that, because you can tell that they're just on a different level from some of the other brands at the drugstore. This is in a jar though, but you know, I'll deal. This has a little bit of a perfumey scent to it. I don't want to say slight because it is definitely there. It doesn't linger though, just like all of these things. And I don't really mind it. You know, some things will break out my skin because of scents, but it doesn't happen to me very often. This cream is definitely my favorite moisturizer out of the 2. It just feels extremely high-end. Like, if you were to put this in a different jar and not tell somebody, you definitely wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And I've also been using this one for a month, and this has made such a difference in my skin. I use this every morning because I feel like it is a little lighter and I need some extreme moisture at nighttime. So I feel like somebody else could use this for a nighttime cream and would not mind whatsoever. This has just brought the life back into my skin. And when on the display when I was buying this, it said that, you know, it's 25 plus, so it was their youngest kind of range, and it was saying that that's when your skin starts losing moisture, which I've definitely been able to tell and feel, and you know, just dry bumps and ugh. After I started using this, I think after the first week, it started to totally correct some of my dry bumps, and even some of my fine lines I started to notice were getting a little smaller, but that was after like a couple weeks of use. You have got to check these out. They are so good, and I will definitely be repurchasing and repurchasing and repurchasing this. The last thing that I'm going to be talking about is a BB cream from Burt's Bees. I kind of just decided to include this because I felt like it was, you know, more on the skincare side of makeup, and they had just came out with it. I've only used this twice because I've only had it for a couple days. Sadly, we're going to be ending off on a bad note because I absolutely hated this. First of all, look how many things that this claims to do. It says protects with SPF, moisturizes, smooth, visibly firms, illuminates, evens tone, conceals, reduces look of fine lines and wrinkles, and perfects skin. The only thing I will agree with that is, yes, it probably does have SPF 15 in it. Everything else I would flush down the toilet. This was a horrible BB cream, and honestly one of the strangest I've ever tried. Let me start from the beginning, okay? I applied this like I would any other foundation or BB cream. I just dotted it all over my face, right? Not thinking that it would be super dry and horrible. And by the time I got to one side of my face, I couldn't even blend it out with a damp beauty blender because it had already like set into place, even though it's a BB cream. So there was no moisture, which was very, very weird because it does have a runny consistency. And then on top of that, this has like the weirdest herby scent to it. It's kind of similar to the spot treatment, but I can understand that with the spot treatment. That works. I don't mind. The moral of the story is to steer clear from this. Do not be tricked. There are plenty of good BB creams at the drugstore. I will list some below for you guys if you do want to check it out with the benefits that this claims. We have come to the end of our skincare video. I just really wanted to bring you everything new and fun and exciting at the drugstore because who doesn't want to get bald skin on a budget, baby? I hope that you guys enjoyed this and check out some of these products. Maybe you found something that you think you would really love. Most of these were definitely hits, and I think just, you know, at least try those sheet masks because they're so affordable and extremely worth it. Oh, I'm such a sucker for a sheet mask. Don't forget before you leave to hit that like button if you want to see more skincare videos from me so I know what you like. If you have made it this far into the end of the video, I just want to say something super, super quick that I apologize for the 2 weeks that I was having such bad technical difficulties and the quality of my videos before that. I do want to say that everything I do on YouTube, I figure out myself. I do everything myself. So sometimes I have moments and stuff happens and we're all human, right? So thank you for sticking with me if you're watching this and returning. I love you guys so much and I hope everybody has a beautiful day. See you guys next time.